Hashtag positivity. I think it's very important to remain positive because I will be the first person to say that we are living one hell of a tough moment. And I'll be honest with this, I have a feeling in these last couple of games, we have not performed how we wished, and this problem of us not performing how we wanted has caused, in my opinion, some psychological problems as well. It has definitely lowered our morale because, Inter Milan yesterday were a better team. I mean, we knew that from, 365 days before that match. We knew that Inter Milan were a better team. However, it does not mean that for the first half an hour, the only thing you do is park the bus, and especially the only thing you do is random passes giving them the ball. I understand that Inter Milan are a much better team. We lost every single midfielder fight. Barella is an amazing player. They've got a solid defense. They have got a better team. But what I think is misunderstood by these players is that if you don't try, at least give it your best, because at the end of the day, if you don't give it your best, nothing's gonna happen against club like Inter Milan in your construction year, because they are inevitably a better team. But it's, the annoying part yesterday is not much losing, because, as I said before, I was prepared for a defeat. However, at the same time, the annoying part in yesterday's match was the performance, if you want to put it that way. It was us basically playing that match for 20 minutes. And then our performance got killed because we were starting to grind more, but then Sanchez's beauty of a goal. Are you okay there? Could you hear that? Basically, that Sanchez goal has killed us because we were at least trying. But, at the end of the day, they are a better team. They deserve to be in the next round. I think, as I said at the start, we're living a very tough moment. I invite everyone to remain positive because I think living tough moments is normal. And in fact, I would much rather, in a way, just for the sake of being a fan, for the sake of being a real fan, I would much rather my team, start off very, very hard in a dark moment, get through this dark moment, and try and earn the objectives. Much rather than supporting a team who, like an example is Manchester City, have billions and billions of euros, can buy any player they want, and they basically never have tough periods. We are living a very tough moment. It's the construction year, so obviously, what we're expecting is kind of, it's kind of, turning into reality. It's a construction year. Mourinho doesn't have the players he wants. In fact, out of all the players, I'd say Mourinho wants, and Mourinho, might keep if the entire team was to regenerate 3, maybe maximum 5. The players to keep, if I were Mourinho and I would present a list of 5 players to Thiago Pinto, which I definitely need to keep, and the others, I'm not saying sacrifice them all, because some of them we need to keep, but the 5 players which I would definitely keep are Tammy Boy, I think Pellegrini, I think Zaniolo for sure, I think Spinazzola, and I think, maybe Smalling was appalling yesterday, but imagine, getting Smalling away from this team, I think these players live ups and downs, and it's just the way it is. Now, this live stream is about injury updates, because over the course of yesterday's match, we had 2 injuries. We had Ibanez's injury, and we had Tammy's injury. We have got 2 players which, just to add on this tough moment, are 2 of our best starting 11 players. On Sunday we have a match which, trust me, is a very hard match. And, we'll talk about the Sassuolo preview in a few live streams. I am not going to spend these 20 minutes speaking about that, because that live stream will come in a couple of days. But what I do want to say is that not having Tammy Boy and not having Ibanez against Sassuolo on Sunday will put us on an immense disadvantage. And look, these on your screen are the next 4 matches in the Serie A. Sassuolo, Verona, La Spezia and Atalanta. 3 out of these 4 matches, without a discussion, we need to get 9 points out of these 4 matches. Without a doubt. And I mean that is a full stop statement. You know, if we play like we played Atalanta in the first round, and plus Atalanta's not living a great of a moment. They have many players lacking. Zapata is doctors say he's off for the entire season. Atalanta's having a hard moment as well. Out of these 4 matches, 3 of them need to be bang. I'm getting the 3 points. I'm thinking on to the next match. One of them is tougher, but I won't exclude the 3 points. The problem is, we've been saying this, yes, I'm getting the 3 points, yes, oh yeah, we need the 3 points. The problem is these players are not getting the 3 points against small clubs. Because as we always say, the amount of points we wasted against small clubs is something else. Sassuolo on Sunday is a match which I bet you these players will underestimate. On the other hand, I think Mourinho will tell them that if we don't win on Sunday, the morale is going to drop even more. And we not getting points on Sunday against Sassuolo, or basically cutting ourselves to a Europa Conference League fight, which, to be honest with you, I don't want. You know? I think right now we should point and focus on the 5th position. Because as I said during yesterday's live watch-along, if at the end of the season we were to get 5th or 6th, nothing changes. Obviously 5th is better for the league, but getting 5th or 6th has no complete difference. If we were to get 5th, and if we were to hypothetically win the Conference League, this team has basically turned everything around. Because right now, the 9th of February, we have lost so many points in the Serie A. We're out of the Coppa Italia. And, the fans want more. If at the end of the season, I'm going to open a live watch-along, a live stream, to announce that we have won the Europa Conference League. I'm going to open another live stream to say and to announce that we arrived 5th in the Serie A. I would take that as a massive success. Considering all the dynamics we had over the course of this season. Now, I am not saying we will get 5th, we will win the Conference League. Because if the players play in the Conference League as they played the first 30 minutes of yesterday's match, having absolute panic attacks every time they touch the ball, forget about it. And I've said this many times, and you might be laughing out there because it's like 2 months I've been saying this. From now on, we need to concentrate on every single minute of the season. From the next match to Inter Milan, from our return in the Conference League to the match against Salernitana, who's got just 1 Serie A victory this season, who is last in the league. Every single minute we need to be concentrated. There is no space for us going, I'm going to relax, they're weaker than us. Because the second we do that, and the second we lose points against small clubs, our entire future plans of this season are destroyed. And I've been saying this for quite a long while, and I'm going to repeat it because I'm not seeing this in these, in this return of the Serie A, we are not seeing this. In the return of the Serie A, we have a very bad record. Since the Serie A got back after the winter break, we basically lost against Milan, lost against Juventus. We basically lost points against Genoa. We only won against Cagliari and against Empoli. On Sunday, it's a must, and we have a massive disadvantage because Tammy and Ibanez are both injured. Now, Tammy and Ibanez have 2 completely different injuries. Ibanez has had a concussion on his knee. He banged his knee, hit the back of his knee, and Smalling has a slight injury. It's nothing major, but he has a slight injury at the back of his muscle, his leg muscle. Journalists are saying, this is according to Sky Sports, that Tammy will definitely, like 98% be back for Sunday against Sassuolo, which obviously means that he's not 100% fit because, muscle injuries, even though they're nothing major, will still not allow Tammy to do some movements, to do some things. So he will be restricted in a way. But Sky Sports is saying that Tammy should and will be back on Sunday against Sassuolo. On the other hand, Ibanez today has had, his medics, has had a few diagnostications, and basically the doctors are saying that nothing major with him as well. It's nothing serious, no broken, ACL or something. It is to do with his knee, but it's just, a concussion, if you want to call it that way. The doctors and Sky Sports are not predicting Ibanez to be long for much. In fact, some of them do think Ibanez will start against Sunday. Will Ibanez start against Sassuolo on Sunday? No, he will not. I cannot see Mourinho starting Ibanez, who is a very aggressive player, who, does quite many side tackles per match, not being 100% fit. I do think Kumbula will start. And this is why we get a disadvantage. Now, we've got massive news coming from the Sassuolo teams, but I'm gonna wait until the preview, which will come on Friday. We've got great news coming from their side, but stay tuned for Friday, because I'm not saying that now, just for some anticipation. But we've got massive news from them, from their team. The problem is, our morale is absolutely shite. Our morale coming to Sunday's match could not be worse. And now that we've got these two players, maybe injured, definitely not 100% fit, drops that morale even more. And I think, it's such a tough moment. And I'll repeat it again. It's a very, very tough moment. Sunday is a must win. If we don't win on Sunday, then say goodbye to the Serie A as well and just focus on the Conference League, to be honest with you. At least we can try and get at the end of the season saying we won something. But, I think my impression is, if we don't win on Sunday, I'm starting to feel that the players don't care about the Serie A anymore, because their objective of getting fourth is basically done. So they'll focus everything on the Conference League, which, if we were to win, we would directly go in the Europa League. So, in my opinion, if we don't win on Sunday, it's definitely to do with the morale and stuff, but I'm starting to feel as if the players are starting to care less about the Serie A as well. Preview for Sassuolo will come on Friday. Right now, all we know is that Tammy and Ibanez both got injured yesterday. Both got subbed off yesterday, over the course of yesterday's match. None of the two injuries are serious injuries. None of the two injuries are major injuries. Tammy, according to many Sky Sports journalists, is back on Sunday against Sassuolo. Many journalists say Ibanez will have the same output. I highly doubt. I think Ibanez will have to rest for a match. But look, 4 teams in the next weeks: Sassuolo, Verona, La Spezia, Atalanta. At least 3 out of these 4 games, or I'm getting the 3 points. And that is just the way it is. Lads and lasses, I'll catch you tomorrow with another live watch on. If you're new here, please subscribe. We are 10 subscribers away from 2,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this and you haven't already subscribed, like 60% of you guys who watches the videos aren't yet subscribed. So I know you're watching this and you're not subscribed. Smash that subscribe button. Share the link with your families and friends. Like this live stream as soon as it becomes a video as well. And pop a comment in the below in the videos. In the comments of the video of how you think Roma will approach Sunday's match, if with Tammy and Ibanez not being 100% fit. And follow me on Instagram at _the_Simon_show and subscribe to my second YouTube channel. Link is in the description below. All to do with travel if you enjoy some beachy vibes. Tammy is supposed to be ready for Sunday. Yes, the first goal was so poor. How can a goal like that happen? I agree. Jordan Bertu just jogs along. He offers nothing. He's from a complete nosedive. I think Vertu will be sold this summer. I really think he will, and I think we can get quite a lot of money from it. Inter Milan, Napoli, Juventus, Atalanta. Who are Roma better than? None of those teams you mentioned up there for sure. That is why our objective now is 5th position and not Champions League anymore. Look at Juve being poor most of the season. They got out and get 2-star players and now watch them climb up the table. That's what buying top players do from old managers and teams. Just think about how morale would have been had Zaniolo's goal unstood versus Genoa, and in a blink of an eye has gone from a hero to being red card. Yeah, that match is... I think yesterday's defeat, 5% of yesterday's defeat started on Sunday against Genoa. You know, we played shit yesterday. I'm not going to go on and complain. You know, we were under panic attacks for most of the match. But I have a feeling at least 5% of that match we lost on Saturday